First Corinthians 15:33. Do not be deceived. This is the only way you can never be deceived in choosing somebody. Do not be deceived. Do not be deceived. Evil communication corrupt good manner. Meaning, when you speak to someone, you will know the manner of person they are. Your communication will reveal your manners. If this person have manner, you will know through their communication, through their conversation. You will just know. Even if somebody is a 419, if you truly listen very well, you will know. Even to choose friends, you meet somebody and the person can beseech somebody to you, tell you how bad someone is. Avoid those kind of people because you are the next in line. You know people manner by their communication. The way they treat others is that they'll treat you. Never be a friend to someone you see that can destroy others behind them and smile before them, and you think you'll be exempted. Never commit yourself to such person, because bad communication about others reveals people's manner. Mark 5 from verse 25. Now a certain woman had a flow of blood for 12 years and has suffered many things from many physicians. She had spent all that she had and was no better, but rather grew worse. When she heard about Jesus, she came behind him in the crowd and touched his garment. For she said, if only I may touch his clothes, I shall be made well. She's communicating to herself. Nobody was hearing. If only this woman was healed because of the good communication she spoke about herself. This kind of person is a good person to marry, to be a friend to commit your life to. Because they think good for themselves. Whosoever think good for himself will think good of you. People see you in the lens they see themselves. He that is condemned, condemn others. The Bible said in the book of Titus, to the pure, all things are pure. But to those who are defiled and unbelieving, nothing is pure. But their mind and conscience are defiled. They are condemned. The woman said, if only I can touch this man, I will be clean from my infirmity. So when you are looking for someone to put your life, to commit your life to, hear their communication for themselves. When they are in trial, when they are going through issues, when they are going through challenges, when they look at themselves and they begin to tell themselves that I am good for nothing, they will also see you that you are good for nothing. Even if you add value to yourself before you came, they will remove the value with what they are telling you. Because your company will determine what will accompany you. The company you keep will determine what will accompany you. So you check the communication. Another part of communication is communicating your weaknesses. Some people think they know their wife. They assume they know their wife. You don't know your wife. You don't know your husband. Communicate your weaknesses. Tell your husband, listen, I don't like the way you are chewing. Say yes, you must sit. I don't like the way you chew. I don't like the way you shout when you are sad, when you are angry. I don't like the way you treat me in public. Communicate. And you that is husband or wife, get ready to hear when your husband is talking. Or you, husband, hear when your wife is talking. You people, see, nobody solve problem in quarrel. You solve problem in communication. So, and in communication, how do you know you are communicating? One talk, the other listen. That's what shows that you are adults and you are matured. God said in Isaiah 1, he said, come, let us reason together. Come, let us reason together. He now said, though your sin are like scarlet, though your weaknesses is too strong, that's the meaning of that. They shall be as white as snow. If we reason together, I will be able to understand how to handle you. Communicate. Don't assume. Do you understand that God wanted to have a relationship with us? The first thing he did was to communicate what he does not like. Don't eat this fruit. The day you eat it, this is what will happen. When he called them out of Egypt, the first thing he did was to give them commandments. He's trying to make them understand him. This is what I am. This is how I feel when you do this. And this is what will happen to you when you do this. Even Jesus, the first thing he did when he came, Matthew 5 from verse 1, and seeing the multitude, he went up on the mountain, and when he was seated, his disciple came to him. When his disciple is like his church or his wife. Then he opened his mouth and taught them, saying, blessed are the poor in spirit. So this doctrine lasted till Matthew 5, 6, and 7. Jesus was just communicating what the Father wants and what he does not want. With no judgmental perspective, sit down and ask your wife, what are the things I'm doing that you don't like? Ask your husband, what are the things that I'm doing that you don't like? Every relationship that will last, the two people must know each other's weakness. Present your case to one another. And when your husband is talking or your wife is talking that day, don't respond. Even if you have opposition that day, that time they are correcting you, just keep quiet. Go and think, pray, and ask yourself question first before you respond. Because some of you are very quick to say, why? You have spoiled that conversation. You listen. In James 1 from verse 19, in this process when she's communicating, he said, so then, my beloved wife or husband, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. For the wrath of man does not produce the righteousness of God. When your partner is sharing what they don't want, what they don't like, listen. When those you are working with, your friend, they are sharing what they don't want, what they don't like, just listen. Solomon had a son called Rehoboam. And they came to meet him, immediately became king. They said, listen, your father was very wicked to us. He suffered us, he made our labor too hard. Please, we want to serve you. Reduce the burden. He said, give me 3 days. That's a wise person. That's a wise decision to do. Give me 3 days, I will give you back answer. But now the next thing was the worst. Now he went to ask the elders, what should I do? This is what the people say. They said to them, the elders said to him, reduce the burden from them, and they will love you and serve you more. Then he said, let me go ask the youth. He went to ask the youth. And they said, tell them that your little finger is thicker than your father's waist. My father flogged you with cane. Me, I will flog you with scorpion. And he came back after 3 days. He said, I've gotten the answer. And he told them, my father's waist, this my finger is thicker than his own. And that is how he lost 10 provinces. And not only Judah and Benjamin, the rest left him and had another king. So when he is finished talking to you, go and take counsel from God. Take counsel from the wise. Take counsel from those that are enjoying their home, their marriage. Don't take counsel from a single woman or a single man. Don't take counsel from a serial cheater. Many people's home are destroyed today because of their counselor. The wife gets wrong advice or the husband gets wrong advice. Then they come back home to ruin the whole marriage. And you'll be surprised to hear some things from your wife that you've never heard from her before. I'm not your slave. It's somebody that told her. She's not just talking. You see, that young man was saying, my father's finger. My finger is thicker than my father's waist. The crowd didn't know that it's people that advised him. And when he lost the kingdom, those people that advised him, nobody spoke about them. They disappeared. So you must be mindful who is counseling you. Now, 2, learn from each other. Learn one another. And you must understand that learning is a skill. How do you learn? You listen to understand, not listen to answer. Listen. Learners listen to understand, not listen to answer. You're already knowing your answer. Why the person is still talking? You won't understand that person. In Matthew 11 from verse 28, Jesus said, he wanted to have relationship with his church. He said, come unto me, all you that labor and are heavy laden, I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me. I am gentle and lowly in heart. Learn from me, learn from me, learn from me, learn from me. I am very stubborn. Because everybody you are getting married to, there's something you need to learn from them. Some people are gentle, some are not gentle, some are kind, some are not kind, some are brutal, some are not brutal. Learn the person, learn from me. Even Jesus is telling you, learn from me. So you must learn that person you are with. Learn from me. I'm lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your soul. If you learn the person, there will be rest. That marriage that there's turbulence today, you didn't learn the person. So he's doing something new. He said, what is going on here? Which kind of woman are you? Which kind of man are you? You didn't learn. You didn't learn. Even if you take a car, just carry a car, just enter road, you didn't learn driving. Where are you driving to? You learn cars. You learn how to cook. You learn your job. You learn everything, but you don't learn your spouse. You learn schools. You learn chemistry. You learn how to read and write. You don't learn each other. See, God called Jeremiah in Jeremiah 1. He said from verse 5, before I formed you, I knew you. Meaning I've learned you. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I sanctified you. Ordained you a prophet to the nation. Even when the young man said, Lord, behold, I cannot speak, for I'm a youth. He said, don't say you are a youth, I know you. Your spouse must know you and be able to make you, not break you. There's a woman that knew and understood her husband very well. And that woman is called Abigail. Her husband's name was Nabal. David called his servant. He said, please, Nabal is a very rich man. Go and tell him when he was taking care of his sheep, we helped him. So please let him give us something to eat. When David was running away from Saul. So the man said, oh, who is David? He's one of those ones that I'm hearing that some servants are running away from their master. I can't give my food to Saul. Blah, blah. So David equipped his men. They were going to kill him. The wife had it. And see what the wife did. The wife that knows the husband. So, women, learn. 1 Samuel 25:23. See what the wife said. Now, when Abigail saw David, she dismounted quickly from the donkey, fell on her face before David and bowed down to the ground. So she fell at his feet and said, oh, on me, my Lord, on me. Let this iniquity be. And please, let your maidservant speak in your ears and hear the words of your maidservant. Please let not my Lord regard this condra. Yes, meaning fool. He said, for as his name is, so is he. Nabal is his name. And folly is with him. You see, she said, the husband is a fool. So she knew she was married to a fool. Do you know you are married to women? She was happy about it. That she's married to a fool. This woman killed her husband at last. Because when she finished giving David food, she went back home. The husband was drinking and marrying. She didn't tell him that she has gone to give David something. And the next morning, when his eyes was clear, she told him, listen, see what I did. The Bible says, immediately he told the husband that the husband's heart became frozen like a stone. And 10 days later, he died. Both of them would have understood each other. If the woman is too wise, don't marry the man. If the man is not wise, marry a fool like you. You see what happened? So it brought untimely death to that man. In verse 37, it says, so it was in the morning when the wine has gone from Nabal, his wife had told him these things, that his heart died within him. And he became like a stone. Then it happened after 10 days, the Lord struck Nabal and he died. 10 days later that the wife did that, the man died. So men, know the kind of woman you are marrying. If she's too wise, she will kill you. And women, know the kind of man you are marrying. If he's a fool, you will kill him. Immediately the husband died. David sent his men to come and marry the woman. Very, very fast. And she was very happy. Another thing that you must understand is duties of couples. Duties. So also, like I said, when you communicate, you should also ask your children also. Send your wife to ask the children to say, what does daddy do that you don't like? If you want to really have good relationship, You should not go yourself. Don't bring your children and say, children. What am I doing? Like, no, send your wife. Let it be like a gossip. Send the wife to go and say, tell me, what does your daddy do that you don't like? Let her tell you. The children will be open to tell the mother. Then you, the father, go. What does your mother do that you don't like? Through this, you will know how to understand your children and you will not lose your children. Because all the problem we have today in the society is that we lost our children. The children are hiding a lot. They are not comfortable to open up to anyone. Who teach your children about sex is very important. If your children should learn sex from school, they will teach them how to use condom. But if they learn from you, you will teach them how to wait till marriage. Yes, in schools now. If you go to schools now, they are already teaching your children how to identify themselves as different breed. If you feel you are a girl, you are. They are teaching them, and they bring condom to them, they teach them. We learned about reproduction in biology, not inter-science. Biology. And let me shock you, there are families where the father always watch pornography and the children have watched and see. So they will carry their phone and show it to your children. So teach your children ahead. Talk to them. Marriage is between two people. Family is between children and the parents. You must understand the difference between marriage and family. And the reason why you are going into marriage is to create a family. Create a lineage, line of age. So you must be able to be the first to introduce them into those. I tell them what it is. Tell them the do's and don'ts of it. The forbidden fruit is sex. Everybody must understand that. That's why God have to tell Adam and Eve, if you eat this fruit, you will die. The forbidden fruit. You will have forbidden knowledge. If you tell your children, if you have sex early, there's a wrong knowledge you will get that you can't unlearn. Yes. To give you wrong memories. When your children learn sex from pornography, they will treat their wife like a sex slave. Tie your leg to the farm. That's what they saw. They would think it's normal. Now, if the lady is innocent or the man is innocent, he's confused. Fan. Which fan again? Are you mad? He said, no, I'm not mad. That's how to do it crazily. I'm not crazy. Parents must be the first to introduce children to concrete issues like this. Mostly when you have daughters, please. There was a school we had where a principal was defiling a small girl until she started bleeding from her nose. If the parents were quick to tell that child, listen, we are here for you. If anybody touch you like this, come and tell us. According to the story, the principal had been defiling that child and said, don't tell anyone. And then maybe give them chips. So as parents, you remember, you are creating a family. So family is what the children will be familiar to. What the society will become familiar to. Family came before government. So government should not determine how you should raise your children. Family came before parliament. Before the states. Family came before those things. Family is nature. Family was produced from nature. Natural. So government are saying, don't flog your children. Nature said, train up a child. And he said, discipline a child. He said, foolishness is bound to the heart of the child. But the rod of discipline will chase it away. But government said, don't touch your children. So that's why society is divided with a child that can respond to their parents and slap teachers. Proverb 19:13. A foolish son is the ruin of his father, and the contention of a wife are a continual dripping. She's doing it over. She's saying, yeah, 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 repeating the same thing. Proverbs 15, for verse 4. A wholesome tongue is a tree of life. Man, woman, you see that? Wholesome, healing tongue. Your tongue should be healing. So if your husband is late coming or is misbehaving, you really want the marriage to work, the best thing for you to do is to create wholesome tongue. This thing you did, is it good? See your children. They are looking up to you. You are their father. If you are coming home late, when will you spend time with them? This is what goes on during the day. So you can talk sense to a man. That's why you have to know who you are marrying. I told you, ask question first. Because if you meet a man that you talk to, he's saying the sun is hot, the moon is cold, the winter is cold. He's your husband, like Nabal. Just accept him. But if you are wise, you marry a good one, just say, a wholesome tongue is a tree of life, but perverseness in it breaks the spirit. The man will run. If you used to stay late night before, that's the visa you gave him. Proverbs 15 from verse 1, he said, a soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. A harsh word. The tongue of the wise uses knowledge rightly, but the mouth of fools pours out foolishness. Now, these are the two things. Women, what are the duty of a man and what should you expect from a man? Number one is love and leadership. Ephesians 5 from verse 25. Husband, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church. This love here is not a feeling. Love is God. God is love. He's saying, husband, show your wife the attribute of a God. Love is not that feeling of I feel for you. No, it's God. Love is God. God is love. So when he says, husband, love your wife, he says, show your wife the attribute of God. In 1 Corinthians 13, from verse 4, he started explaining that kind of love. He said, love suffers long and is kind. It does not envy. Love does not parade itself. It is not puffed up. The last person you should raise your shoulder for is your wife. Do you see how God is vulnerable to us? If you run away from God, God will be looking for you as if there's no other person again. He said he left the 99 to look for one. That is a mighty God bringing himself, begging you, looking for you, seeking your attention. What is man that you are mindful of? That is what love is to your wife. Because the truth is, your wife comes with a lot of weaknesses. You must know that. That's what 1 Peter 3 from verse 1 says. It says, wife, be submissive to your own husband. Husband, likewise, dwell with them with understanding, giving honor to the wife as to the weaker vessel. So if somebody is weaker, meaning the person have more weakness. So he said, he's explaining that love for you. That love is not buying anything. Buying something is good. Taking care of her is good. But now he's saying, love does not behave rudely. Verse 5. Does not seek his own. Everything you are doing is for you and your wife. For the good, for the betterment. Does not seek his own. You don't build a house somewhere and your wife does not know you are building. So some men can trust their brothers and their mother and their father more than their wife. Your father knows what you are doing, your brother knows what you are doing, your wife doesn't know. In fact, the first proof that you are a man, you should be able to leave your father and leave your mother and cleave to your wife. Yeah, so it does not behave rudely, does not seek his own, is not provoked. Think no evil. That's love. Does not rejoice in iniquity, but rejoice in truth. Bears all things. Believe all things. Hope all things. Endures all things. Love never fails. Love never fails. He didn't tell wife to love. He said husband love. It's man that have this, because love is the most difficult thing, not even submission. Women are thinking submission is hard. Love is difficult. Do you see what love carry here? Love never fails. So there will never be any day you look at your wife and say, I can't continue with you. You are not fit for me. Let me look for somebody better. If you find that love will never fail. It doesn't fail. You keep on hoping that she'll be fine. You keep on believing everything will be better. That's what love is. So love is not a feeling. Love is beyond affection. Love is a decision. So every man must love and learn to lead. Every woman is coming into your life to follow you, not you follow them. You see, men, if you don't have leadership skills, and leadership is not being a pastor or a president, because you can be a pastor and not be a leader. You can be a pastor and lose your home. Many pastors have lost their home. Presidents have married 20 wives back to back because they are just leading people confusedly. But you check it from their home. If their home is fine, then they are wise to be a leader. So leadership is not position. Yes, I know you are attracted to leaders, women. I hear that you are attracted to leaders. I heard that you like president, you like power, you like pastors, you like soldiers, you like teachers. Anybody you see leading. Leadership is a way of life. It's not position. It's a way of life. It's administration. So you check the leadership of the man. If you bring a question to that man, like Queen Sheba came to Solomon and asked him a question. If you bring a question, can he show you the answer and say, okay, this is what you should do? He say, I will think about it. I will get back to you. If you are a man, you are not able to help your wife solve problems, she will disdain you. She will, I'm telling you, she will disdain you. Every man must pay the price to get wisdom. Every man. Because women were created to follow, not to lead. And that, I mean, not society. Society can allow a woman to lead or be a head of that's fine for her. But I'm talking about family now. In family. A woman can be the head of a bank. That's fine for her. Head of church. But I'm saying in family, women were created to follow, not to lead the family. So, meaning, and the man will need wisdom enough. Because the women are looking somewhere else, a wise woman will be looking somewhere else when you are not giving her the answers to her question. If she comes to you, what do you think I should do? What is I don't know. What do you not think? Yeah, she came to you to ask you, what do you think? You ask her, what do you think? When she go out there and find the answer from her pastor, you know why she will not love pastor. Or she go out there, she find the answer from a president or just another man or from a boss. You know why she will not fall in love with the boss. It's not the position that is driving them. It's the answer they are getting to their questions. The Queen of Sheba gave Solomon everything because she got answers to all her questions. Men pay the price to get wisdom. Everything it will cost you to be wise, to be knowledgeable, pay that price. Instead of you to be buying big beer, big chicken, listen. If you can't read, listen. Listen. And you don't need to go to school to get wisdom. Wisdom is from God. It's a gift from God. The Bible says, if anyone lack wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all liberally. So ask God for wisdom. If men have wisdom, there will be rest in their family. Many unrest in the family is the absence of wisdom. The Bible said in the book of 1 Kings 4:34, and the men of all nations from all the kings of the earth who heard of his wisdom came to hear the wisdom of Solomon. See that? They came to hear him. Every man that is a leader, you must have wisdom. In chapter 5 verse 4, but the Lord my God has given me rest on every side. Wisdom brings rest. when there's no peace in the house, the way there's always unrest is from the man. He lacks wisdom. He said, but the Lord my God has given me rest on every side. There's neither adversary nor evil occurrences. There was never any problem. This man was staying with 1,000 women. And he's still saying there's rest. And you have only one woman. And you are on rest. Some of you only have half woman, half. You are still on rest. This one is staying 1,000 women. Not that they were living fat. They were in his house there. And all of them were peaceful. We didn't hear that anyone poisoned each other. None of them died untimely death. They were with him for many years till he was old. Every wisdom you need to get, even if you marry a very stubborn wife, go and look for wisdom to change her. There's nobody wisdom cannot penetrate. You will penetrate anyone with the spirit of wisdom. The Bible says, get wisdom. And in all thy getting, get understanding. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get it, get it, get it. Every man is the giver and the teacher of the family. You must learn to give and teach. A leader is a teacher. 23. He said, who has assigned him his way? Your wife should not come and teach you the way. Even Jesus said, I am the way. So your wife should just be seeing the way by seeing you. You should be the mirror of the future to her. She should not be confused immediately she finds you. Who has assigned him the way, or who has said, you have done wrong? That's leadership. In verse 5, that's 36, he said, behold, God is mighty, but despises no one. Is mighty in strength of understanding. The strength of a husband is your understanding. It's not six-pack, muscle, akbobi. You just swell up. No sense. Women, that's also, you have to think, if you marry somebody that just swell up, he said God is mighty, but his strength is found in his understanding. How far he can understand. That you don't slap a woman, you don't beat a woman, you are not looking at that. You are looking at his muzzle and it doesn't have sense. Do you know who he will use that muzzle on? It's you. Because it does not have sense. No, the strength of a man should not be in his six-pack or in his bank account. Understanding. Then, he said, behold, God is mighty, but despises no one. Your husband will despise you if he doesn't have understanding. And whosoever despises you will disgrace you. Matthew 5:2. Then he opened his mouth and taught them. That's the duty of the husband. You see, Adam failed because he refused to teach Eve. And when you are not teaching the wife, who God will ask question is you, the husband. That's why when Eve ate the fruit, God did not bother. It's when Adam ate it, that's when the both of them fell. So if the woman ate, the man could still rescue that woman if the man did not eat. In Matthew 7 from verse 28, you saw what Jesus did. The Bible said, Matthew 7:28. And so it was when he had ended his sayings that the people were astonished at his teaching. The man is the teacher. The woman is the listener. And the Holy Spirit is also called a teacher. Now, what is the wife? The wife's job is support. That's why God called you helpmates. You are helpmate. You are to support the man's vision. You are to support every of his vision, his plans, his purpose. You are a support system to that man. Support and submission is the major assignment of the wife. Major. In Ephesians 5 from verse 22, it says, wife, submit to your own husband as to the Lord. Your husband is your God. So that submission is the manner of submission you give to God. He said, as to the Lord. As to the Lord is like similar to God. The way you will submit to God. Woman, submit to your husband like that. The way you will insult God, insult your husband like that. Women, you have not seen it that way before. Your husband says, don't go out. He says, not even you can stop me. It's God you just spoke to. You just spoke to God like that. Not that man you are looking at. You call your husband, you are a fool. You are stupid. Who do you think you are? You are talking to God. You are not talking to the man. When you attack a police, you attack the authorities. Just as love is like that, you see how love is. This is how submission is. Whether you think your husband is foolish or is wise, as far as you have called him husband, you have to submit. Every disobedience to the husband is disobedience to God. Every challenging of the husband's authority is the challenging of God's authority. Every confrontation of the husband is confronting God. That's why he must marry a born again and a leader. So if your husband is not one, start teaching him how to be a leader, because you must submit. Yeah, start teaching him. So another thing you must know about women are savers and investors. So they must be able to come into a man's life and help the man save and invest. Because the man is the giver, the woman should be the saver. Don't marry a wife that spends more than you. Because men, the truth is, men spend more than women. You should be able to be in that state where you find yourself that if the man has spent everything, you meet the wife, say, is there anything? She said, yes now, because she's saving. A woman must know how to save more than a man. Don't marry flamboyantly, or if your wife is already flamboyant, you have to teach her, because she is your only savior to save for you. Women, you must practice what I'm saying. Be a saver, not a waster. As you are not saying, the man did not tell you what are you bringing to the table, you must learn to utilize what is in the table. Invest it for him. That's what this Proverbs 31 woman did. See that from Proverbs 14:1, it said, the wise woman builds a house when she opened her mouth to it. He said, but the foolish pulls it down with her hands. He said she opened her mouth with wisdom, and on her tongue there is the law of kindness. You see that? That means she edits her words. Don't reply. Don't respond. If every woman go through this, there'll be peace in the family. He says she opens her mouth with wisdom, and on her tongue is the law of kindness. She watches over the ways of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. She's busy mentally. Her children rise up and call her blessed. Her husband also, and he praises her. Many daughters have done well, but you excel them all. Charm is deceitful. Beauty is passing. But a woman who fears the Lord, she shall be praised. This is a virtuous woman.